Welcome back to today's economic news, where we dissect the stories behind the headlines. Today, we're delving into a fascinating discovery beneath the city of Gothenburg, Sweden. Archaeologists have unearthed the remnants of Nya Lödöse, a city from the 16th century. Now, this might sound like just another historical unearthed treasure, interesting for a quick news bite and some impressive pictures of ancient artifacts, right? But hold on, there's a lot more at stake here than just rusted nails and forgotten pottery. Why should you care about a city founded in 1473? Well, this isn't just a glimpse into the past. It's a live-action drama of Sweden's historical tussle with Denmark, assertions of independence, and the intricate ballet of urban planning and maritime commerce. Imagine, back in those days, Sweden was locked in a constant power struggle with Denmark. This wasn't just an effort to build a city, but to establish a fortified position that spoke volumes about sovereignty and economic ambition. Fast forward several centuries, and now we're digging it all up, trying to piece together who we were to better understand who we are. Before we dive into today's discovery, let's wind back the clock a bit. Remember back in 2020 when there was renewed interest in digging deep into national histories worldwide? Prompted in part by many ongoing discussions about national identity, heritage, and sovereignty. Back then, these issues prompted many countries, including Sweden, to explore their historical roots with fervor. And here we are today, uncovering a city that essentially laid the groundwork for Gothenburg, a current marvel of Swedish architecture and an important maritime gateway. It was Nya Lödöse that enabled the transition into what Gothenburg would become, a flourishing hub for trade and cultural exchange, fundamentally altering the Swedish landscape politically and socio-economically. Let's take a closer look at the findings. So far, archaeologists from Archaeologerna have identified remnants covering 150 years of history, with 39 plots unearthed. Among these were a leather glove and a wooden barrel. Now, these aren't just dusty relics. Each artifact allows us to peer into the lives of people from a pivotal time, painting a picture of daily life, class distinctions, and trade relations. The mundane details of cobbled streets and repurposed items speak volumes about a society dynamically adapting to political and economic shifts. Add to this the direct quotes we've heard, like the founding of Nya Lödöse represents the beginning of an independent Swedish trade policy. Such pronouncements emphasize not just independence, but a newfound assertion in trade and urban strategy. Yet, as we admire these echoes of the past, let's address an uncomfortable truth: the effort and taxpayer dollars devoted to such archaeological endeavors. For instance, the protracted investment in excavations is being questioned. Is this government spending justified, or is it diverting essential resources away from societal needs? Here's where it gets interesting. Libertarians might argue that this is a classic case of misallocated government attention, spending on heritage not only eating into budgets, but potentially stifling urban development. The rediscovery of Nya Lödöse can be seen as emblematic of the disruptive dance between historical preservation and modern progress. Taxpayers could understandably demand more pragmatic use of their funds, perhaps to counter inflationary pressures or to be directed towards education or housing, areas that arguably more critically affect day-to-day life. So, what's really at stake here is a conversation about priorities and the role of government. Should state interests decide the focus of economic endeavors? Or should there be more space created for entrepreneurship and urban renewal? Libertarians would point to this project as an example of lost liberty, where energy that could invigorate neighborhoods is instead tied up in the intricate bureaucracy of archaeological excavation and heritage management. In conclusion, the uncovering of Nya Lödöse isn't just a historical footnote or a boost to Swedish tourism. It's a mirror reflecting back at us today's challenges in blending the reverent preservation of history with the pressing needs of contemporary society. If you are tired of paying for their mistakes, hit subscribe and stay informed about how these stories impact your future. Until next time, this is John, signing off.